Hi, everyone. I am MrGamingGuitarist, and today I'm here to talk about something that has been bothering me a lot, and I'm starting to question my future. And what I mean by that is how much longer is it going to be until I get enough views on YouTube or Twitch that will make me satisfied, that'll make me excited to wake up in the morning. Um, I have been dealing for the past 3 years. So 3 years ago, so almost 4 years ago now, since 2017, I have been diagnosed with social anxiety disorder and major depressive disorder. And part of me always felt like I had that. And now I'm starting to understand why I'm diagnosed with it, because there are so many moments where when I'm attempting to socialize, and this is how you know how fucked up I am, when I have to use the phrase attempt to socialize. um, there's just been so many times in the past where I'm going out to bars because I'm so stupid I don't know where else to go to meet people indoors, because I just fucking look at me. I hate the outdoors. I can. Did you hear that? It's like that little nervous laugh that I made. Oh god, you can just feel the years of pain behind it. But it feels like the older I get, the more I'm starting to realize maybe I'm not going to have the life I dreamed of. And, the past week, and, especially this stupid, awful Texas winter storm that thank God is over, that I went through, it just, it really did. It was the biggest battle one of the biggest battles I had to face as far as fighting my own shitty personality. And what I mean by that is just having no blanket, having four blankets, having on like two shirts, two sweaters, one overcoat. You know, I just it made me realize that even though I might think my life is terrible right now, I know I know that it can get a lot worse. And I knew for 1 week I knew what worse felt like. And so I I understand that I have to be a lot more thankful that I have electricity, I have internet, I have cell phone service. And I know that there's so many other countries in the world where they don't have any of that stuff. And, you know, I have to be thankful I've got it, because I hate how quickly I take all this shit for granted. Because I always tell myself, if I don't have electricity or internet or a computer or video games or, Netflix or, movies, television, music, superheroes. I keep telling myself if I don't have that, that shit is it's going to drive me even crazier than how most people think I'm crazy right now. And I'm just so sick of it. And now I'm not making any sense. The problem is I almost feel like I'm using my mental illnesses as an excuse in life, and people will tell me it's not my fault, and people will tell me to be kinder to myself, but god damn it, I forgot to turn the one time I forget to put my goddamn phone on vibrate. Anyway, the thing that I hate is there's so, like, it's hard for me to make new friends. I guess that's a problem, because the people I do talk to now are people that I've known, my entire life, or or I guess the people that I talk to a lot, my internet friends on Discord, and well, it used to be Skype, but I don't think anyone uses Skype anymore. But those people, I've been talking to them, frequently, off and on. Some of them for 5 years, some of them, 1 year, something like that. But it's just, I feel like the only thing that's consistent for me right now is now I have to look off to the side to remember my thought. The only thing that I'm consistent with these days is staying up all night, going to bed at 11 a.m., and then waking up at 4 or 5. But today is a new record for me. Today, I woke up at fucking 6 p.m. How pathetic is that? It's become a reflex for me to always talk down on myself, because it's almost like I'm preparing myself for other people attacking me because of, whatever trauma I felt in 2018, with my mom, becoming disabled, having a stroke, not able to walk, not able to speak, and, having my home getting threatened to be sold because now this house I live in is under my mom's guardian, and all this stuff, and they want to kick me and my aunt out of here. That, like, when I say trauma, that's what I'm referring to, is going through all of that shit. Always being broke, Uber driving being the one thing in my life, the one job, the one income source I thought I was getting pretty good at, the one time I was working when I felt happy to be doing it, instead of thinking this is such a chore, this is like draining the soul out of me. And the other problem is I still keep living my life as if I'm the same spoiled little shit that my mom and dad would take care of. My life, I haven't done anything different. All I've done is I wake up, look at my laptop, or look at my computer, or watch my TV, go to bed, rinse and repeat. That has been my life since January 6th, but really what I did is, all I've been doing is just reverting back to what I used to how my life was before, Uber driving. And I hate it because it's like, I guess now I'm starting to switch topics. I was originally going to talk about depression and anxiety and stuff, but I guess this is part of it. But or at least this as far as like money and finances go, I fucking hate it because I'm so fucked up. I'm still thinking of the same mentality as when my mom and dad were raising me. And to the point where my mom was still raising me until I was fucking 24 years old in 2018. Where it's just, I'm just, I can't do anything. And people will say, no, it's not your fault, but I think it is my goddamn fault. Because I don't know what it is about me, about my brain, about my psyche, about my psychological makeup, but it's just, I always feel like what I'm doing is never good enough. And I know it's a problem, and I guess the reason why I'm recording these videos where I just turn on OBS, hit the record button, and just start talking without any plan, without any agenda, without writing down these are the topics I'm going to talk about. I guess to me, this is just cathartic in some sort of way, where if I'm actually saying all the thoughts that are in my head and I'm just projecting this, getting them out of my mouth so that they're no longer stuck in my brain, suppressed in there for God knows how many hours, that I'll feel just 0.1% better than I did before I started recording this video. And I already know there's going to be a ton of assholes in comments saying stop acting like a little bitch, but I know that shit like that shouldn't affect me because I've been making YouTube videos since 2008. I had my very first channel from 2008 until 2010. This channel you're watching right now I've had since 2010. I mean, if you go back to if you look at my oldest videos on this channel from 2010, you can see me when I was 16 years old, or 15, 16, yeah, well, I turned 16 in 2010. Anyways, where you get to see me grow up in these videos. And I don't know if maybe it's because the more mature I get, and I say the word mature very loosely because we both know I am the least mature person on planet Earth. Okay, maybe not the least, but not mature enough to where it counts, where I don't have millions of dollars, where I'm not one of these fucking people in their 20s with millions of dollars. I don't have a giant house. I don't have a fucking, any car that, it's just, it feels like if I don't get all the things that these other successful people on YouTube have before I'm 30, I'm gonna feel even more like a failure than I already do. And I read this one comment when I complained that YouTube blocked my Dave Chappelle Redemption song video, when I did a rant about YouTube removing that video being blocked worldwide. I said in that video, I have been trying to be famous on YouTube for 10 years. Someone wrote that, quoted that, and said, that's the problem. Do something meaningful with your life. And, when I see stuff like that, most sane people would look at it and think to themselves, no, that's just that, they don't even think twice about it. It's like, oh, this is a guy taking out his anger on someone else. But when I see that, that was, at least 2 weeks ago, and I still think about it. Why is that? And because it's like I keep telling myself I hate being called a millennial, but the whole me wanting to become successful on YouTube so that I can feel the same joy that all my other favorite YouTubers that I watch feel. It's like people keep telling me that that's not a good plan to have, that's not a good dream to have. And so many people keep telling me stop listening to those people that tell me to stop dreaming about being famous on YouTube. But that's been my goddamn dream since I was 14 years old. And where are we now? It's been what, fucking 12 years later, and I only just got to fucking 1,000 subscribers. 10 in 2019. It took 9 years to get to that. And I don't get it. Why is that fact fucking me up so badly? I know it shouldn't. But yet I can't fucking help it. It's just a reflex to feel this shitty all the time. And the thing I fucking hate is, whenever, and it's like I'm just isolated. Because it was one thing when I had a car and I was able to and I was choosing to stay inside. But it's a whole different story when your car gets when your fucking car that you've only had for less than 2 months gets fucking repossessed because you can't afford to repair the goddamn engine. And you're stuck here. It's just me and my aunt. And my aunt is 69 years old. It's like I don't have enough people that I see regularly that I can relate to. That's a ginormous problem. Because it's like I wasn't... Yeah, God, this is going to make me sound so fucking weird, but, everyone else thinks I'm fucking crazy anyway, so fuck it. Whoa, let me add this to the pile. But it's like whenever I started to try socializing with other people, meeting new friends, going out, all that would happen is, this is a very frequent thing that happens to me, is I'm talking to a group of people, chatting with them, never met them before, we're getting along, and then the guy, and it's like one guy with 2 girls, and he pulls me aside and says, I want you to leave, you're making the 2 girls uncomfortable. And this happens on a frequent basis whenever I go out to bars, where I'm getting pulled aside by by one of these fucking, for lack of a better term, these, oh, what up, bro, type of fucking asshole. And they pull me aside and tell me I don't stop talking to them. Stop talking to my friends. And it's like, I get, like, it's almost like a badge of honor when that happens, because it's like, and I'm gonna sound completely un-PC here, but you know what, fuck it, because it's like anything everyone says is un-PC, and they want to get that's a whole other goddamn chip on my shoulder about this whole cancel culture bullshit. And yes, I will call it bullshit, and I'm not gonna get into details about my thoughts and opinions and feelings about cancel culture, because that's going to completely take over the comment section, and I'll if you want me to, I'll make another video about my thoughts on today's culture. society, all that shit. We're gonna shove that to the corner, bring that back up for later, for another video. But anyways, what I was trying to say originally is this guy thought that I was threatening his potential to fuck these two other girls. Like, that's almost like, really? Me? You think I'm intimidating? Like, I'm going to steal this guy's friends away from him? Like, come on now. I don't even know how to steal a man's girl away from them because I'm a piece of shit. I've never dated a girl in my life. I've never kissed a girl on the lips. I've never had a girlfriend before. And of course, I'm sure that goes without saying because look at this face. Like, this face is the face of a person that's 26-year-old virgin. I mean, come on now. I mean, so it's so odd. And I guess that's where the social anxiety comes from. Because any time I stupidly think I'm going to go to bars and make new friends, new people, have new people who are close to my age that I can have in my life that I can relate to so I don't feel so fucking crazy so that I'm not fucking isolating myself all the goddamn time. It just fucking sucks that, it's hard for that anytime I just want to even fucking attempt to have a female friend, just talking human to human. Like when I was telling you about that situation in that bar where this guy pulled me aside, and it's almost like clockwork now. Whenever I try to talk to any group of people, I'm gonna get pulled aside. I fucking hate that shit. It's like only a matter of time, and when they pull me aside and said, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And they fucking drag me, out to the goddamn patio to say, oh, you're making everyone uncomfortable. And all I do is talk about the same fucking shit I talk about here on my YouTube channel that I'm pretty sure 95% of everyone else enjoys. Fucking movies, video games, television, fucking Marvel, DC shit. Like, I don't understand what is so fucking unappealing about me that anytime I try to make new friends, I'm always get pulled aside and told, fuck off out of here, buddy. I hate it. Really do hate it. So you add that stuff on top of the bullshit with the government taking over my mom, wanting to kick me and my aunt out of this house, not having the car for Uber, being able to drive for Uber until that stupid piece of shit car breaks down, and the dealership lying to me, saying that, oh, the car is fine, when they fucking knew there were engine problems and brake problems and all that shit. It's just, I never thought that I would grow up this way. I thought that I would be having a life that would make me happy. And don't get me wrong, the things that are making me happy are, creating videos, like music and video games and movies and talking about this stuff, making those reactions to all that stuff. But it's like, it feels almost artificial because that's all my life is, and I don't have a human element, if that makes any amount of sense at all. Because now and And I know people are going to say, well, that's why you don't go to bars. But I'm so stupid, I don't understand where else to fucking go. Because that's the only place I know where there's a lot of people in one area. And it's just it really fucks with me. It really does. I'm sure you can tell, like me saying this stuff, letting it all out there, it helps. It's a blessing and it's also a curse. Yeah, you can tell I've got a lot of fucking problems, don't you? And the thing is, I I did try going to therapy. That was when my mom was still okay, when I was still covered under my mom's health insurance. And now the bullshit thing is, in order for me to get health insurance, or at least to get it where I don't have to pay for it, I have to work a job that I know I will hate, that will make me 1,000,000% miserable, more miserable than I already feel right now. And then, it's either that or or continue to Uber drive, which I want to do, which I fucking hope I can do that, because that's the fastest way I know how to make money. And I enjoy doing it because, hey, I get to talk to other fucking human beings and in person. And it just fucking sucks. It really does. It really, 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 really does. Because now I can't do that either, because fucking it's $400 a week to rent a car with Hertz. That's like half of my tax return money whenever I do end up getting it. So I've uh I kind of don't know what else to add to this. Oh yeah, I was talking about therapy. Shit, I almost forgot. Yeah, so that's why I don't go to therapy anymore. I only did it for 2 fucking months, and I was on the brink of making some sort of progress in my mental health, and then it all came crumbling down. And then my mom had a stroke, and life has been eternally shitty ever since. So, yeah, and it's because when I tried to sign up for fucking health insurance, because Uber driving counts as self-employment, so you have to fucking pay for your own goddamn health insurance. All it says there is $300 a month. That's the lowest fucking rate. Because my goddamn credit is so awful. Because when I was so stupid in 2018, I ended up getting approved for like several credit cards, and I ended up, either maxing all of them out and never paying them back, or I just never paid any of the rest of them back because I couldn't afford it. So now all those are in fucking debt collections and debt collection agencies, I should say, and now when I need good credit so I can have a goddamn car to drive, I don't. I can't have it anymore. And and here's the thing. Here's the other thing. I want to make this 1,000,000,000% clear if it's not already. Someone last time I was in a Discord server talking about this, and someone private messaged me. And here's the thing. Like, remember when I said some person pulls me aside? It's like, oh fuck, here we go again. It feels like that whenever a person sends me a direct message or a DM. That's how fucking lame I am. I don't call it a DM like the cool kids. I call it direct message because I have this insane need to sound proper and not be mistaken. Anyway, this They told me it sounded like you were begging for money. And that's not my intention, and I have to say it here too. I'm not asking anyone for goddamn money. I mean, that that's why I don't set up a goddamn PayPal or anything, or whatever that other website is called, GoFundMe or whatever bullshit that is. I'm not doing that because because I don't know. Just asking people for money makes me. I know other people, they don't think twice about it, but it's like whenever, even in, just in daily life, whenever I have to ask a friend for money, it it just sends a message. In my opinion, it makes it feel like I'm sending a message to them subliminally that says, I'm so fucking irresponsible and such a piece of shit. I need you to bail me out. That's what it sounds like. I know they don't think that at all, but I can't stop feeling that they're going to think that way about me if they don't feel that way already about me. So yeah. So I guess in some sort of ways, this whole video has turned into me talking to an invisible therapist. So you know what's funny? That could actually be a good idea for a video, like a recurring video. Invisible therapist, me talking about my honest feelings, completely unfiltered, not giving a fuck if I offend anyone, because it's fucking 2021 and you should be able to speak your mind and not get judged or lose your job, unless you are doing something completely terrible, which, I mean, I know I'm doing terrible things to myself as far as, the self-punishment and all this stuff, talking down to myself, but hey, it's better than, not talking to myself and then someone talking a bunch of shit to me. And it's like if I talk shit to myself first, it's like I'm holding Captain America's shield up. The vibranium stops the feelings of rejection from hurting even worse. So it's like it minimizes the pain of people talking shit about me. If that makes any fucking sense at all. I know it probably won't make any sense, because I never make any goddamn sense. No one ever fucking takes me or my goddamn problems seriously. They think I'm a spoiled piece of shit. Alright, I've wasted too much of your time already. I don't even know what the title of this video is going to be, but I'll figure it out. I don't know if I'm going to figure my life out, but I know I'll figure the title of this goddamn video out. Bye-bye. For now. I'll come back in a better mood. Hopefully.